Hello everybody in YouTube land, in Facebook land. Welcome to episode 4 of Cooking with Jan. It's summertime and I thought that today we would prepare another delicious salad which also doubles as a proper meal. I'm talking about Caesar salad. Caesar salad takes its name from its creator, who was Caesar Cardini, an Italian immigrant to the United States. My recipe, Jan's recipe for Caesar salad, deviates from Cardini's original recipe in that, and I hope that my father isn't listening, that I use cream. But we will get into that just in a moment. My recipe is also different in that I use a neutral oil, sunflower oil, because the cream is for taking out the bite from the anchovies and the garlic, and the sunflower oil is to make the dressing more neutral because you're using romaine lettuce, and romaine lettuce is already bitter. Step 1 will be preparing our chicken breasts, which will go into our Caesar salad to make it a meal, as I mentioned. And the way I am grilling them is actually a tip from my old college friend, Joanna Maria. Thank you, Joanna. I'll never forget you, and this is a great method. So let's get into it. You just take salt on both sides. Not too much, but just, enough. Pepper. Black pepper on both sides. And then finally, I've put a little bit of cayenne pepper in as well, always with this. Before the lemon squeezes come on, just turn them over. Continue. And then we have our lemon squeezes already cut up so they can go in there very quickly. 1, 2. Deal with that. And then finally, I'm just going to put garlic on one of these, actually on 2 of them, just a little bit, not much, because garlic is very powerful, which is the reason why I use cream and a neutral oil for the dressing. So I just put them in there. And there we have it. Yes, and now we will grill our chicken breasts. And what I've done is I've put in, about 2 tablespoons of sunflower oil, which again is a neutral oil. And it's very important, you have to wait for your pan to be very, very hot. You have to always use a hot pan in cooking. And I've been so careful that it's not yet, I'm going to turn it down a little bit, medium heat. I use an electric grill, so you'll have to see. And as you can see, it's already started to spit, so you have to be very, very careful. Okay, our chicken breasts are now finished, and as you can see, I was careful not to make them too dark brown by cooking them slowly, and also checking in the middle that there's no more pink meat, that everything is white. So this is the one for Anke, this will go there. These 2 with garlic are for me. And we will just let them cool, and also put them on paper towels so that some of the grease can be absorbed. The next step will be making our croutons. All you have to do is put your cut bread in a pan, turn on the heat, and it's the simplest thing. You just take a good stick of butter and you just leave it like that. You wait for the butter to melt. You have to watch the croutons so that they don't get too brown. All right, we're with our croutons here, which are almost done. The important thing is that you always watch them. They're a little bit crispy, you could say. So actually they're more or less done. So we will kind of leave them for just a few more seconds. Turn down the heat here. Okay, to the salad dressing. So let us start first with our anchovies, which have been cut up, and as I said, they were in salt, so this is a very salty contribution to your salad dressing. You may not need as much salt at the end as you might think. They go in there. Next thing goes in there is your Parmesan cheese. The recipe calls for about 2 tablespoons, but with Parmesan cheese, I'm always very liberal because it's such a wonderful ingredient. It's so delicious. Your garlic, and I'm going to not put in all of it. I'm going to just be a little bit conservative on this because garlic is very powerful. Put it in there. Then goes in your egg yolk, which I've already separated the egg white from the egg yolk. You have your egg yolk ready, and then you add it to there. And then you also need, after I've got that in there, your Dijon mustard. I'm just going to scrape out this maille, and that's about a teaspoon, a little bit more. And then we'll take our red wine vinegar, and we'll add a tablespoon. A little bit more. It's okay, because also you can round it out with some red wine vinegar later. And then this is very, very important. When you start to mix the ingredients, this is the crucial step. You take your sunflower oil or other neutral oil, or if you want to be authentic and go with Cardini's original recipe, you use olive oil, or a combination of neutral oil and olive oil, whichever you like. I have here 3/4 cup. I have a cup, and I just filled it up 3/4, and I have to be very, very careful. It has to be a steady stream. I hope I can do this with one hand. I can. A little bit of practice. So not all at once, make sure that there's a steady stream. What comes in next is your cream. So I add a little bit of cream, like so. And as you can see, it comes up with it to be a very, very nice consistency for your Caesar salad. See that? We'll add our pepper. And we will add our salt. Put a little more pepper. Stir it in there. I'm going to do something else which my father will also be aghast at, I'm sure. I'm going to put in just a little bit of sugar to round it out as well. I found that it goes very well with this. Takes the bite out, just like the whipped cream. Of course, the lemon juice, because I was wondering why is my dressing a bit too creamy as it should be, and here it comes and goes in there. This is the juice from just half a lemon. It goes in there, and now it's complete. I also added just another tablespoon of red wine vinegar. Now I will try it one more time. And I think that that's exactly what I was missing. Perfect. Perfect. We're at the final step for my Caesar salad, and that is putting together the salad with all of the components we have. We have the romaine lettuce. The dressing is suitable for 2 hearts of romaine. We have our chicken, which we'll cut up just in a second. We have our croutons, which as you can see are almost perfect, except for maybe one that's a little bit dark brown. We cut up our first romaine, like so, and I make sure that I get more of the green parts. I should use the entire romaine maybe, but the thing is you have to be careful because this lettuce is very bitter. So I kind of stop here more or less, and I don't really use here this yellow part. Add that into my salad. These have already been washed, ready to eat, clean. That's one of the advantages of technology today. You can buy a salad that's already prepared for you. Otherwise, you have to, of course, buy a romaine salad, wash it yourself, clean it, and then cut it. So this we'll put aside. Now we have our dressing, which we can just pour in there, like so. And actually, maybe not the entire thing. You don't want to drown your salad either. This actually may be good for 2.5, but we'll see. Let's toss it first in terms of it's already clinging to the lettuce and already through. Maybe just a little bit more, because I see just a few dry leaves, but not many. And that would be it. I wouldn't use any more. I'm sure it'll be delicious. Okay, that's how to toss the salad in the first instance. Finally, to serve our chicken Caesar salad, this was a great tip from Suzette. Thank you, Suzette, for reminding me that I have to show the final product. This is how you do it. You take your tossed Caesar salad, right? Put it in your plate. You have to, of course, be careful not to make too much of a mess, but I already have. That's all right. There, as so. You then take your, you can even use these, some chicken pieces, put them on top there.